Hey guys, Ben here and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about Superman Lois. This is a huge video, guys. It's going to be a long video. We've got so much to break down. This is going to be a roundup of all the latest Superman Lois series finale news and photos and behind the scenes stuff. Like, there is literally so much that we have to break down. So if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos later this year. Okay, so as I said, this is a huge video because we got behind the scenes photos where we actually get a first look at Superman fully suited up with Tyler in the streets of Vancouver, shot by Canadagraphs himself. And we've got so much. We've got confirmations of different returning characters for the finale, for the penultimate episode. We've got so much. So let's go ahead and dive right into this. So first things first, we got some photos from Canadagraphs on the series finale. So that's episode 10 of season 4, and shout out to Canadagraphs. So he took these photos out in Vancouver, he's posted them, and I'll leave a link in the description below to Canadagraphs' blog. We're going to be reading a segment out because we got new looks at other characters from another previous episode that's coming out in season 4, and I'll also link his Twitter in the description below. But let's go ahead and break these down. So here we have on the screen a great look at Tyler in the Superman costume, and this is something that I've been waiting for a long time, and even Krypton site pointed it out on Twitter because I've been saying this for a while. I've noticed like there's been barely any like downtown Vancouver location shoots, and we haven't actually seen Tyler in costume this season. This is the first time, and this is the last time we're going to see him in the suit out in public. And so I believe they've only done this once this season. So with that in mind, you can make your own presumptions about how much Superman we're going to be getting. Yes, I think we can all rightly assume he's going to be wearing the suit at different times in the season. It's just going to be quite substantially less, which could be a good or a bad thing. We'll have to wait and see, but you can probably presume they've shot a lot of scenes with him on the green screen behind the scenes where we just haven't had a good look at it because it's not out in public. But anyway, let's break down this photo. So in this photo you see Tyler. He is in the midst of a battle. You can see flames going off in the background and his face is covered in blood. At first I was like, is this a different version of him, because it just doesn't look like normal Superman, but I think that's just because of the makeup on him. Like, he looks really scuffed up, he looks bruised, and yeah, clearly he's going through a major battle. Now, of course, this battle could be against Lex Luthor, who is the main villain of this season, but as we all know, Lex is just a human, so how can a human do that much damage? Well, normally, as you guys know, because you're Superman fans, if you're watching this video, of course he has access to kryptonite, and that's going to be the way that he's going to be able to take down Superman. Yes, this hasn't actually been confirmed if he's fighting Lex in the Lexo suit, which I kind of presume is what's going on. Like, we've all assumed at some point this season Lex is going to get a Lexo suit, he's going to have kryptonite, he's going to be able to fight Superman like man to man, because before he just wasn't able to do that. Like, we saw that at the end of last season, he didn't go after Superman himself, he created a new form of Bizarro and turned him into Doomsday to fight Superman, and clearly Superman survived that. So now he has to take it into his own hands, or he has another scheme up his hands, and that's what he's doing in this series finale, where we see Tyler in this action scene, and he looks awesome, to be honest. Like, I'm just so excited to see him in the Superman costume one last time from a behind the scenes shot, just out in public doing what we love to see. Like, this is actually very nostalgic because this is the final Arrowverse show, and what Canadagraphs and what all the other photographers in Vancouver have done over the years is really hype us up. Like, seeing these photos, these behind the scenes set photos, you know, in advance of the episodes, like, that was just part of the schedule. It's like, okay, they finish one season, move on to the next, we'll see some photos, some videos in the meantime, and then we get the premiere and we're like, oh, I recognize that scene, that's what happens here. And you're going to get that when we reach the series finale. We're all going to recognize, you know, the way that his face is all bloody and everything like that. So yeah, I really wonder what's going on here. This is clearly the final battle because it looks huge, and I think they saved whatever budget they had left for this scene because yeah, like I said, they've barely been to downtown Vancouver this year for shooting. Okay, so next photo, we've got a photo of like most of the returning characters, including obviously the Kent family. Got Lana, we got John Henry Irons, and they are here, you know, in the midst of this battle. Like you can see smoke in the background, it's very red, it's very smoky, even in the foreground, and so it seems like everyone is involved. It's notable that John Henry is just like his normal self, he's not in a costume, so I'm not sure if this is supposed to be like in the aftermath of the battle when maybe Superman has defeated Lex, and you know, this is just like one of the final scenes that we're gonna get. I'll talk more about like the actual ending scene in another video in the next couple of days, because I want to break that down properly about how Superman Lois will end with its series finale. And also, just based on where they're filming, are we presuming that this is Metropolis or is this Smallville? Like normally if they did a Smallville scene, they would shoot on the Smallville set, so I think we're just going to presume they are shooting and this is supposed to be Metropolis where this big fight is going down. And I think just the way that everything is framed, it seems to be like, yeah, this is probably Metropolis, and they've probably all just gone over there, and that's just where the battle has ended up happening. But let's move on to the next photo. We got a photo of Jordan, and he is just going around, and he's in Smallville using his phone. He's got some sort of like menu or like a flyer or something, but it looks like it's laminated, but it's got the Superman House of L symbol on it. It's some sort of celebration, I think, and potentially it could actually link into the next photo. Now you have to realize he looks very normal here, so this looks like modern day, present day Jordan. But in the next photo that Canongraph's posted, this is actually set in the future. Now this is not time traveling or something like that. I wouldn't presume that. I would say this is a flash forward. So this could be where Superman Lois season 4 ends. It could be a flash forward to 25 years down the line. And that is because in this mural that we're seeing, and you know, notably there is a car upside down, so I don't know the significance of that, but yeah, clearly there's some action going on as well. And it says celebrating 25 years of steelwork industries with a design showcasing John Henry Irons in his steel suit with a red cape and with the House of L symbol with Smallville in the background. So that's insane. Like, I have to say, when I first saw it, I was like, wow, this is insane. Like, this is so sick. But I didn't actually realize that, you know, he had the cape on and everything. It's just like, he is like a full-fledged member of the House of L. He's just like representing for Superman. I don't know what happens to Superman at the end of this, but this is just great to see. And I think, yeah, my theory about this being, you know, set in the future is probably going to turn out to be true, because we haven't had 25 years of steelwork industries, and steelwork industries doesn't exist yet. So I believe this is towards the end of the show, and it just makes you wonder what is going on with Jordan. Like, is that him in the future? That's not him 25 years in the future, unless they're doing some like crazy CGI to him, but I really doubt that is the case. So I wonder if that's just like modern day, and then maybe they skip forward to 25 years in the same location in Smallville. But let's move on to the next thing. Again, we have so much to talk about, so stick around throughout this entire video. But first things first, Bitsy, let's talk about her. So she's been posting non-stop, giving us updates, posting photos online, posting videos. But she confirmed 2 days ago that it was 3 days left of filming. So that means when I'm recording this, when I'm releasing it, there is officially only 1 day left of filming Superman Lois. Tomorrow is the final day, that being the 22nd of April. And so that's going to be it. So I presume there's going to be a lot tomorrow. That's why I wanted to make this video before the end of them actually shooting. But she confirmed in a video that they had filmed their final scenes at the Smallville backlot, that being the streets, that being the Smallville Gazette, that being the diner and everything like that. That's where they've been shooting all the Smallville content, apart from obviously the Kent family farm that is now in a studio set, and it was far away anyway previously. But yeah, she confirmed this, and she also confirmed there is a new TV show taking over that backlot. Apparently it's quite prestigious. I wonder what show that is, but yeah, the Smallville set is going to live on, obviously in a different form, but it's still going to be a town. So that's what we got then. And then let's talk about this photo right here, because Brian Rose, who worked on the show, he actually posted a photo of him and Tyler on the set of Superman and Lois, and he said, "What can I say about this guy other than simply awesome? I've been so lucky over the past few shows to have worked with such incredible talented actors. You know who you are." And I just thought it was a really nice photo on the Smallville set of him and also Tyler, of course. And so yeah, that is a little insight into what's been going on, and that was in one of the final days. So there's also a couple confirmations about major characters that are returning. Obviously there is some smaller characters returning. We've got the confirmation that Samantha Diffran, I think that's how you pronounce her name, who played Candace on Superman Lois, so, you know, Jonathan's girlfriend, she's actually in the series finale. That's been confirmed. Also, Denise is going to be in the series finale. She's a character that's appeared a couple of times in the show, played by Kelsey Malwema. So those are two smaller characters that have been confirmed. And then also John Henry Irons, as we said in that Canada Graphs photo, he's on set. He actually posted a photo of him outside the Smallville Gazette, confirming what Bitsy previously said, that that's a wrap on the Smallville set, so they're not going to be there anymore. And so everyone was just quite nostalgic because I guess they shot a lot of their previous seasons on these sets. And so the finale continues as he teases, and there is a lot more to come. But yeah, John Henry Irons, he was a question mark, but now we got official confirmation that he will be in the finale, as we previously saw. Also, it looks like Chrissy Beppo is going to be in the finale. She posted some stuff on Instagram as well. And so I wasn't sure about if Sophia was actually going to be in this episode, but she posted some photos inside the Smallville Gazette in that Smallville town set. So it seems she's been in Vancouver shooting this final episode. So I think what we can presume for most of these X-series regulars is they're going to be in 3 episodes. I reckon they're going to have smaller roles in this series finale, but they're definitely going to be like having a proper send-off in the final episode. And those 2 other episodes that all of these X-series regulars are going to get, like, those are going to be the important episodes. Actually, one person that I haven't seen so far confirmed for the series finale is Dylan Walsh, who plays General Lane. So that's a real question mark because they were filming a funeral scene earlier this year. So we can presume it's none of the people that are actually shooting the series finale because they're all there on location. So they're not dead, that being like John Henry Irons, that being Chrissy Beppo, that being some of the smaller characters, that being the rest of the Kent family, and, you know, the other people that are showing up in the finale as well that we're going to talk about. Don't want to spoil who we're going to talk about next. But yeah, so that puts a real question mark on Dylan Walsh for me, because if he's not here, does that mean that General Lane actually died in those final 2 episodes? Like, was it in a battle? Was it at the hands of Lex Luthor? Was that a way to get through to Lois by killing her father? Like, are they actually going to go that dark? That is a serious question right now for me when actually thinking about, like, what's going to happen in this final season of Superman and Lois. Are they actually going to go that dark and actually kill Lois's dad? Like, that's kind of insane. Wasn't really expecting that, but now that question is definitely popping up in my mind. But another person that has been confirmed to appear in the series finale, who we saw in a previous photo from Canada Graphs, is Emmanuel. Now, Emmanuel obviously plays Lana Lang in the show. She had previously appeared in 2 episodes in this final season, and so it's also pretty much a no-brainer that she is in the series finale because she is one of the most major characters on the entire show. And considering, you know, Sarah was confirmed for the penultimate episode, I presume she filmed like a goodbye scene for the series finale as well. But it seems like everyone is pretty much confirmed to be either in the final episode or the penultimate episode. I believe Sarah's in the penultimate episode, unless I got my kind of timings messed up. But it seems she's already left Vancouver. She left early. I don't know if that's because she had other projects to get to in LA or different place in America or Canada maybe. But she definitely wasn't around in these photos. So yeah, that begs the question, is she in the penultimate episode? Or is she like not even in that series finale? So we'll have to wait and see. I think Canada Graphs is going to post more about all of this because he posted these photos and he hasn't released a blog for the finale yet, but he has released a blog for episode 8. So that is not the penultimate episode, that is not the final episode, it's the third to last episode of the entire show. So we're going to read out this blog to end this video. This is our final topic. We got new look photos at major returning characters. So this episode is directed by Michael Cudlitz, who plays Lex on the show. This is how the blog goes. Last month, the cast and crew of Superman and Lois were filming scenes in a park in South Delta in Vancouver. The episode is being directed by none other than Lex Luthor himself, Michael Cudlitz. The scenes shot on this day included stunt doubles, which I didn't find out till after they wrapped, when I waited for who I thought was going to be Will Parks and Taylor Buck to leave the cast tent, but it was their stunt double instead. On set were doubles for John Henry Irons and Natalie in their still costumes, along with an actor that is in a burning car. So you'll see the photos going on the screen right now, but we'll break them down afterwards. But the scene that had an overturned car that had somehow crashed on a road was on fire for the scene, and they had Steel come in, rip off the door of the car, grab the person in the car and fly them off to safety when Natalie was standing. I was out there for several hours on this day, and they quite literally did the same shot the whole time with practical cameras and drones. No other scenes were shot. So that is what you're seeing in these photos. So pretty much it's just, you know, Michael Cudlitz out there shooting with these stunt doubles. You can see the stunt doubles on the scene with the extra actor, so I don't believe he's going to have a big role to play, but he is obviously in that burning car, and they just managed to pull him out. And it's great to see them actually suited up in their suit, because it looks so good in real life. Like, it's very imposing. And if you guys remember, we talked about the Lexo suit potentially being in the series finale. Well, maybe Lex from our Earth took a look at John Henry Irons' suit, and he could use that as inspiration for what he is going to create for himself, presumably, because this is actually a Lexo suit. Like, this was introduced back in season 1, and the technology was taken when John left his Earth and he stole Lex's suit, and that's why there was all that confusion at the start of the first season whether he was Lex Luthor or not. Another thing that you guys should take away is that episode 8, 100% we're going to be seeing both Natalie and John Henry Irons feature quite prominently. Obviously the main actors will be in this episode. They were there whilst they were shooting, but this was the scene where they were fully suited up, so they just used their stunt doubles just so it's easier. And, you know, they just listened to the direction of Michael Cudlitz. And so we got a couple photos of Michael. He was just there directing, nothing too much to break down in terms of that. And it was just a car crash scene. It's just them being superheroes, saving. And you can presume this season, based on those other photos of, you know, the steelworks industries being a big deal later in the future, that maybe they're going to become more well known to the public, because I would say right now they're pretty incognito compared to Superman. And, you know, there is a lot of attention on the upcoming rise of Superboy and, you know, those leaks that happened last season with people finding out about a new hero that can fly around in Smallville. So that's all I've got to talk about in today's video. Hopefully you guys stuck around. I know it was a long video, but as I said, tomorrow is the final day. That is when Superman and Lois is officially ending, that being the last day of filming in its entirety. We're going to talk more about it tomorrow, so stick around. Make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of those videos. As I said, I'll have a specific video talking about how the ending of the show is going to go down based on what has been shown to us so far. But for now, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment. It would really help this video get out there. And in the comments, of course, if you have any video suggestions, any ideas, any certain topics you want me to talk about, whether it's Superman and Lois related or not, let me know down in the comments below. That would be greatly appreciated. And just one last thing, please be sure to join me this Thursday to come talk live on the stream about Superman and Lois and much more, because we stream every Thursdays at 10 PM UK time, which is roughly translated to about 5 PM in the eastern coast of America. So come join me. I'll have special guests. It's a really great chance for us to interact. So shout out to all of you that watch this video. You can click on the top right corner of the screen to watch my latest video. But for now, I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.
Thank you. I see red.